Welcome back, familiar, to Northside LDN. And today I got my brother, I got my brother here, from the opposite side, from the pagan side of North London, but I love him still. Love him still. Listen, welcome back to Northside LDN. Today we've got Arsenal obviously winning 3-0 against Bournemouth, and Spurs. It wasn't as convincing as obviously Tottenham fans would want it to be, but they still got the job done. And they still got the 3 points, 1-0 against Wolverhampton. So listen, we got all of that and more. We're first going to get into the Arsenal, but before we do, how's your week been, Deji? How's your week been, man? How's your weekend?
Yeah, bro. Yeah, you know what? My week's been good. Do you know what I mean? Because Spurs go marching on. In the hectic, we're living in a cost of living crisis. But when my team does what they got to do, it puts all those kind of pains away. So yeah, bro. The last week has been done. I look at it now, 3 weeks in, bro. We've been doing this show now for about 7 weeks, 8 weeks. And it's a pleasure to come on the show and to be looking you in the eye. You picked up 3 points. We picked up 3 points. And it's a pleasure. And I guess what we're looking at is who's going to buckle first. Do you get what I'm saying? But one thing I can say so far this season is that the big guns have all dropped points. Do you know what I mean? And that's what's made this season really interesting. The big teams, the big players are dropping points. And it just shows that a lot of the teams, I feel like this Premier League season, and I know we say it every season, but this one definitely feels different. With the way teams are playing, the way Chelsea got popped by Leeds today. And it goes back to what I was saying to you last week, bro. I said to you that when Chelsea played Tottenham, they are a motivated opponent. You understand what I'm saying? But you saw the real Chelsea. You saw the real Chelsea earlier today. Absolute garbage. But what can you do when the team's motivated? That's why Man City struggled with Newcastle, because they're motivated. But, bro, it's a pleasure. The Premier League is not disappointing. In fact, I feel like more people are talking football, talking Premier League than ever before. And it's a pleasure to be amongst it, bro. So, all good, my bro.
Nah, man, it is what it is. Listen, let's get straight into the Arsenal match, winning 3-0 against Bournemouth. Listen, well done. Well done. This is what I wanted. I mean, I was very happy with the performance. I think it was a lot better performance than Crystal Palace. I know we had a decent performance again against Leicester as well, but at times we were a little bit shaky, but I was a lot happier with Leicester performance. Against Bournemouth, I was expecting a win. Even when I did the preview, and I felt like we dealt with them really well. I think there's no player I'm going to get onto because I felt like every player done their job. And it was a convincing performance. And, at the end of the day, for me, I just want to see consistency. With the Crystal Palace match, the reason I was annoyed is because, yes, we got the 3 points, but the performance wasn't there. Improve with Leicester, and here I saw a full performance from near about everybody on that pitch. Yes, we should be beating Bournemouth. So at the end of the day, it's not the level that I start saying, okay, Arsenal going to do this, going to do that. But I'm happy with the performance. I was going to do the match reaction. The problem was it was my uncle's 50th, and these Dominicans, bro, like they play the music too loud, and I was scared that if I did a live, for an hour at the house playing them ball, I would have got a copyright, a copy strike. You know what I'm saying? So I thought, you know what? Allow it. The Dembo is too loud. To be honest as well, man was dancing, having a good time. Arsenal won. The weather was nice. My uncle was celebrating his 50th, so it was a beautiful time. It was a beautiful day. But going on to the performance of Arsenal, I think, for the first goal, the way Gabriel Jesus, bro, this is what did I say to you last time we were speaking? This guy creates chances and opportunities for himself. My guy skipped around 2-3 players, bro. Like, I know Odegaard was in the right place at the right time, and big up to also Odegaard because he's doing what I want him to do, being effective in the final third. You know what I mean? Being in the box, ready to receive the ball and tap it in, and being in the right places to affect play. And he did that against Bournemouth. Now go do that against Fulham. A team that's looking a lot better, a team that's looking, a lot more threatening with Mitrovic, and their performance this week was very good. Once again, Paulinho, another one that I wanted at Arsenal, performing very well. So Odegaard played very well, but that goal was gifted to him by Gabriel Jesus. My guy took on about 3-4 players, bro, and literally gave it to him on a play. So big up Gabriel Jesus and big up to Odegaard, a player that I don't think is all that, but I hope that he continues with these levels of performances to shut me up. Like I said, I may critique the manager, I may critique on the players, shut me up. And the way you shut me up is putting in this level of performance week in, week out. And eventually I'll have to be on your side and say, you know what, you're proving me wrong. Odegaard had a very good game. Gabriel Jesus had another very good game. The second goal, where Ben White overlapped Saka. Last week I told you that the problem with Saka is they keep putting two men on Saka, and we don't have at the moment a right back that can overlap Saka. That second goal came about with Ben White overlapping him, giving him another option, whipping it in, and then, you know, a goal came out of that. Do you get what I'm saying? So once again, Odegaard finishing the chance. And this is what I was saying. Both our wingers, Martinelli shines because he has that on the left-hand side, but Saka hasn't been given that a right back that can actually overlap and play off on the right-hand side. And you can see, I still think Saka's performance can go up a couple more levels, but overall, I was very, very happy. I mean, Xhaka didn't put a foot wrong. Thomas Partey played very well. Odegaard, for me, you know, arguably man of the match, Odegaard. Do you know what I'm saying? This is somebody that I critique, and I think he played very, very well. Gabriel Jesus is becoming a norm now. My guy's always playing very well. Even in the back line, I mean, the goal by Saliba, the way he slapped that top bins, bro. Did you see that goal, my guy?
I did, man. I did. Full career, caramba.
That was a striker's finish, bro. Like the way man just hit it first time. Xhaka played it back to Saliba. Saliba straight away, boom, top ins. Bro, this guy, yeah, it's not just about the finish. It's the way he reads the game. And the way he reads the game, to me, you can tell in a defender if they've got that or not. It's kind of like how you lot talk about Ramiro. You can see the quality. And even, you know, there's areas of their game that need to be a little bit refined. They've got something about them that you can't teach, and that's knowing how to intercept the ball, knowing how to defend properly, how to tell people to be in the right places, how to know when to press and when to lay off the man. Show him down the line, don't let him cut in. All those things is very hard to teach certain defenders, and certain defenders are just hot-headed, where these defenders, they know how to do the right thing at the right time. Do you get what I'm saying? And I'm sure that's why you pick up Romero, because you see that about him. Even if you can say, okay, sometimes he's a bit rash, he can work on that. But the essence of defending, they understand. And Saliba has been excellent. And I've been championing this guy to be starting. I said this guy is better than Ben White. And now we are seeing that, bro. And long may it continue. Because at this moment, Saliba is the best defender that Arsenal have. This guy, bro, is levels. And this is why last week, when he scored an own goal, I never got onto it. I saw it was a communication issue between him and the goalkeeper. But, bro, this guy, I'm telling you, bro, like, but everyone, honestly, round of applause, Arsenal. Yeah? Now do it for the next 30-odd games that I've left of the season. And listen, we're going to win a league. You know what I mean? We're going to win a major. So it's all good celebrating. But at the same time, well done to the boys. Well done to Xhaka. Well done to Odegaard, Partey, Martinelli, all of them. I've got nothing to complain about. Now do it consistently, because that's all I want. That's all I want. And do it, the last thing I will say, do it against the team that you're not expected to win. And that will start also changing my mind, because yes, we're playing well, but we're beating who we should be beating. We're not beating who we shouldn't be beating. Like, do you know what I mean? That's when you really see, okay, this team has really evolved. It looks very good now. Now do that against teams you're supposed to be, you're expected to lose or draw, and come out with a W, and then we can start talking about real progression. What did you make about Arsenal's performance?
Yeah, Northside, you know, and I had to let you do your thing, and I had to let you say your piece, because obviously Arsenal have played 3-1-3. I want to respond to a couple of things in the comments, and then I'll give you my view. Because you know me, you're my bro. I feel like I've known you for all my life. So the first thing is, we've got that guy with mental health back in the chat, Arsenal Manic. And it's true, you're the one called Arsenal Manic. He said, Deji's quiet today. Arsenal shut him up. Man can't chat today. No, bro, I've got a lot to say. I was just letting my brother get everything off his chest before I do my thing. And in relation to how I'm going to start today's conversation and my response to you, my bro, is a comment from Mo. Can you bring that up?
Mo. Yeah.
Okay, so that's how I'm going to start the conversation. It's boom. All right. So I understand what you lot are saying. I can understand Arsenal getting gassed up. I'm not going to lie. You guys played Bournemouth off the park. There was nothing. They had no answers. Before the game, my man Scott Parker was talking a big game. And within 1 minute, you can see that them man were rattled. They were unraveled. I mean, they've got this guy, Kiefer Moore, the Welsh guy up top. what was he gonna do? Really, what was he gonna do? The guy is probably like 5 for pace. He was never gonna get past Saliba. He was never gonna get past Gabriel. What I will say is that Jesus is top class, and like, let's put some respect on Jesus's name. The thing you can tell though is that he is head and shoulders above the rest of the Arsenal team. The only other person that is on a similar level to Jesus, from what I'm seeing so far, is Zinchenko. So a man might have to eat my words a little bit. Zinchenko and Saliba. Everybody else, dare I say, I'm not going to lie to you, Martinelli, Saka, Odegaard, it was they've been quite average. And I think what you looked at yesterday, it was a poor Bournemouth team. Now, Arsenal fans will troll me and say, Deji, what are you chatting about? Deji, who's top of the league? And I will say to Arsenal fans, this is why I'm with Northside. When I go on every other show, they're just too much about the hype. If you want to get the realness, if you want to get real stuff, it's what you said at the end. Well done, Arsenal, for getting the 9 points you've got now against the teams we should have beaten. But let's be real. Can this team step it up against the big guns, the big ballers of the league? Because that's the question. So far, let me just, not to burst your bubble by any stretch, Crystal Palace, a poor Leicester City team, and a poor Bournemouth team is Arsenal's start to the current season. And remember, I started off the conversation by telling you that the big guns have dropped points. Chelsea have dropped points. Tottenham's dropped points. City's dropped points. Liverpool's dropped points. The only team that hasn't dropped a single point is Arsenal. Yeah. But if you look at the running, the first decent team that you play is your 10th game. And do you know who your 10th game is, bro? On the 1st of October, your first decent game is against Tottenham Hotspur. So between now and the 1st of October, you should be able to win all your matches.
So you're not counting Man United because you got Man United before you play.
Nah, bro, nah. I'm not talking about Man United. Not including Man United. Bro, I've stopped going on streams where Man United is on the panel. That man can't talk to. Nah, I don't do it because they're not on our level. You get what I'm saying?
You're bugging them up. Listen, the only thing is, when people are doing predictions, the thing is the transfer window ain't closed. Casemiro looks like he's on the way to Man United. There's still a lot that can be done to a lot of people rivaling us for the top 4. A lot of people making predictions and already saying things when the window ain't over and we do not know what business Tottenham are still going to do, what business Chelsea are still looking to do because they're looking to get Aubameyang. This will change things, and people can't act like that doesn't affect it, because if Chelsea get a finisher, even though they got piped today, absolutely piped by Leeds, that changes things for Chelsea, because we know they've got a very good system. They've got a very good manager. They don't have a finisher, and it is a big problem. Kind of like Wolves against Tottenham, because in the first half, you lot should have been holding 5, 6, 7-0, bro. The amount of chances they had, they didn't have no killers. So having a killer in one of our rivals' teams is going to change things dramatically. This is why I'm not making any predictions. And like you said, bro, at the end of the day, I can be happy. You've seen me. I can be happy when Arsenal win. But also, I want to see performance and the result. I saw both of it against Bournemouth. I was very happy with the way that we pressed. Odegaard was actually pressing. This is what I want to see. I want to see Arsenal pressing as a team, because a lot of times over the years, I see us pressing as individuals instead of pressing in packs of threes, packs of fours, kind of like how Liverpool, they overload whoever's on the ball, kind of, and win the ball back quickly and go. And I feel like we're doing that a lot better now against better opposition.
I think so.
It's Bournemouth. Do you get what I'm saying? And at the same time,
I'm not knocking it. You lot are hearing from me today. You're hearing from me, you're getting a different Deji Spurs, aka Arsenal Slayer. What I'm saying to you is you did well, but when you really deep it, that first half, you guys did that. I mean, Bournemouth didn't do jack. I mean,
they didn't offer nothing, bro.
They didn't offer anything. Second half, it felt like I was watching the Three Little Pigs. You know them ones there where they huffed and puffed and they tried to blow the house down, but really it was just huffing and puffing. They couldn't really do anything. You know what I mean? But what I will say to you is that I think Arsenal It's very hard. Look, I take it you guys have been playing well. You can only beat what's in front of you. But I will say that as for me personally, I'm not getting carried away. And, you know, KY has asked me, he says, do you still think Arsenal will finish 8th? I don't know what's changed. I don't know what's changed because at the end of the day, Arsenal's going to win games. You're going to beat these teams. And Northside has said it. I will change my opinion and I'm happy to eat my words. I'm happy to eat my shorts when I see you play a decent team. And Northside, remember, I said something at the end of the last show. You see, one of the things, I'm not trying to big myself up, but one of the things I said at the end of the show, our last show, was that I hope Arsenal is not doing stranger things. And I remember I said that. And I said, I hope you lot aren't doing something in the upside down. And I said, remember, I said, last season, you lost your first 3 games. Then I said, I hope you lot don't win your first 3 games this season before the wheels come off. And your next game is Fulham, who, dare I say,
looking very good.
Some very, very good stuff. They turned over Brentford. Mitrovic, mate.
Bro, that Mitrovic, bro. Like, do you remember last time he was in the Premier League and he wasn't kicking it? He wasn't kicking on.
Right.
Went to the Championship. I think he broke Ivan Toney's record. And now he's come back with a vengeance, bro.
Right.
Absolute vengeance, bro. Bro, they keep crossing the ball into me. He wins every header, bro.
And you know what I like about Fulham is that they're going to match you, man, for the press. And also, they're motivated because Arsenal to them is a big team. And so you might see a little bit of what Leeds did to Chelsea. So for me, before I get too carried away, I'm intrigued to see how you guys get on against Fulham. I already said it. I hope you don't.
How are we going to deal with them crosses? Because we've got to stop them spamming the crosses. And then if he gets the ball, Saliba's been excellent, but it's Gabriel up to it because Gabriel's been very good. But I want him to continue the way he's been playing. Are we going to get Gabriel the way he was performing when he's next to Ben White? Or are we going to get Gabriel that now looks a lot better next to Saliba and he's going to continue his form? Because even in the last match, not Bournemouth, just before that, there was moments where I saw lapse in concentration from Gabriel. Some people, no. Listen, don't just watch the result, watch the game. There was moments that he needs there's times of lapse of concentration, not marking the man properly, not doing the right action at the right moment. Against a Mitrovic, like you said, bro, 1,000,000,000%, Gamba. We are going to be lambs at the slaughterhouse. I'm telling you right now, if Mitrovic is not the defender, he will bully these guys. You know what I mean? I do think Gabriel and Saliba both they have the physical attributes to go toe to toe with with a defender, with a striker like that. I'd be way more worried and say I think they're going to slap us if we were to play Ben White as a central position like last season. But I think with Saliba and Gabriel, both of them, you can't really bully them off the ball. Do you get what I'm saying? It's more about them timing, you know, the right thing at the right time, jumping up at the right time. Because if he gets the leap ahead of you, it's
a long afternoon. I agree. So, like I said, bro, you know, well done. Arsenal's top of the league. Well played so far. I think you man have scored about 8 goals, conceded about 3 or something. Like your goal difference is like +6 or something, or something crazy, or +7. So you lot you scored 9 and like conceded 2, something stupid like that. So you know, Arsenal, you've got 3 out of 3. Well done. But as for me, Arsenal Manic, I have to be honest with you. If you think that I'm going to just change my prediction after playing Bournemouth, Leicester and Crystal Palace, I'm sorry to disappoint you. I want to know where Arsenal are after you've played 6 games. Don't be coming to me after 3 games. That's just stupid.
Arsenal Manic is getting it. He's getting
it. My prediction about Arsenal hasn't changed. I need to see more. Northside needs to see more. And that's the truth. That's why no one's getting excited. As much as Arsenal fans want to get excited, you can't get excited because you guys are in agreement with what I'm saying. You're happy, but you're not sure how this team is going to perform against the big guns. How are you going to perform against Leeds? How are you not going to perform against Fulham? That's where I think you're going to play your first half-decent team. Do you get me? Fulham, I think they're going to pose a threat. and then we'll start to take it from there.
That Paulinho, what did I say about that Paulinho, bruv? We should have got him, bruv. Levels already. You can see levels above El Nene, bro. We should have got him, bro.
Poor career, caramba. Do you know what I'm saying?
Bro, these man don't want to listen to it. And this is what, and you said something that I agree with, bro. Like, at the end of the day, as much as we can be happy, let's not ignore and take the foot off the gas of these filhos da puta of owners that are not upgrading our midfield. Because against better opposition, this midfield still needs some work. Remember, what are we doing with our wingers? Is Smith Rowe going to be rotation? Okay, cool. What about for the other side? Have we got a rotation for that side? Because we can't burn out Saka and Martinelli. And as you can see, Saka hasn't really been ripping up trees as the season started. He should be holding bench for somebody. It's just being real. This is how you get the best out of your players. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, completely just bigging up Tottenham, but they have that. They now have rotation that if one of the wingers ain't doing job, you hold bench. And we're going to get into Tottenham in a minute, but when you're seeing Son not playing that great, he can hold bench now. There is actually a bench there ready for him to hold it. You know what I'm saying? Sit down, pick up your Lucozade bottle, distribute it. Yeah, you're the water boy for the next 45 minutes. You know what I mean? That kind of buccaneer there. So this is what players need, because when they're not performing, they need to be held to account. And the way to make them hold to account, hold your flipping bench. You know what I'm saying? And when World Cups come in or any international football's coming out, if you don't improve, you ain't getting a game time. If you ain't getting a game time, you ain't playing for your nation.
And you just reminded me, and you can see, one of the things Conte talks about is that when he brings on a player, he doesn't want the standard to drop. And even though you man were comfortable yesterday, when Nketiah came on, you could just see the gap. I mean, look at the chance he took. Nobody was surprised that he missed. You know them ones there, like, even Bournemouth were like, oh, you lot are doing us a favour. Like, well, relaxing. It was like, wow, Nketiah is coming on. Let's chill out. And he had that opportunity. If that's Jesus, that's in. He gets a goal from the game. But Nketiah is on the end of that. And, it's light work. So for me, like I keep saying to you, at the moment, we don't know what's going to happen in the transfer window. We've got a few more days. We've got just less than 2 weeks before the transfer window ends. Let's pray that Jesus doesn't get a knock, because right now, he's the glue that is making you man tick. If that first goal was all Jesus, even though Odegaard scored, it was all him. If he didn't do that, maybe Bournemouth get into the game, because really, that was so early that they just got rattled. Like, where'd that come from? And then they just couldn't get into the game. The game was pretty much over by the time Jesus had already got that ball into Odegaard. And he was playing like that the kind of whole game. He was a monster for you, man. And then Zinchenko was doing bits. Ben White, and the reason why I knew that Bournemouth were light work, Ben White, at no point was Ben White even challenged or rattled. My man was calm. You talked about the overlap, but even when he did the overlap,
he was actually playing like a fullback because he wasn't scared. There was no Zaha, there was no one there, there was no Madison, no Vardy. And all of a sudden, he's got the freedom to run down the channels, bro. He's
Ben White got into the position to pull the ball back. My man walked there. He walked into position and cut it back. I mean, come on. So for me, when I'm seeing Ben White is walking into position, I can't take it serious. You know what I mean? I can't take it serious. Yeah, look, when you bring Nketiah on, I'm not gonna lie to you, and this is my guy over here. When you bring Nketiah on, it's a disrespect to the opposition. At that point, Arteta was like, you know what? There's nothing Bournemouth can do. And again, I'm not begrudging how the fixture computers put the league together, but I'm not gonna lie, it's looked good on you. The gods have looked down on Arsenal, and you've got a favourable start to the season. And I think what's going to be interesting, I can see you guys winning your first 9 games. There's no reason why you shouldn't win your first 9. They're all winnable games. And then after that, it gets a bit techie. And just so you know, by the time we play you guys on the 1st of October, we would have already played City as well. We would have played City. So we've already played Chelsea and we've played City. So just deep that before the 1st of October, because that's the first time that you're going to play a big gun. So what's this?
No, 100%.
Yeah. No size. Who's this? Eddie. Who's that? What's that person saying there?
What's he saying? Deji always bluff. He knows nothing about what we're cooking at the Emirates. It's a pity Northside is wearing a dark shade. What do you mean a dark shade? What do you mean by that, bro?
He's basically saying that you're not hyping the team. He's basically saying that you're buying into it. Bro, look, this guy whoever said that, Jeg Beg Fungwan, look, mate, I'm not gonna lie to you. You are definitely someone suffering from delusions, or you've been drinking something strong. When you're talking about cooking something, you also got to look at what the club is doing in the background. Your first 11 is as good as any. I'm not going to lie. Your first 11 is good. I think you could even have City rattled. But we look at your bench. That's the place where you should be cooking. And I don't see any food. I don't see any food on that bench. What, Nkitty Ketty? Or Emil Smith Rowe, he's looking at. You brought on Tommy Yasu yesterday. Tierney, he's looking out of sorts. I mean, come on, bro. Let's be real. You're not cooking nothing. Don't lie. You're the one that's bluffing. You're the one pretending like something's happening in the background when you know for a fact nothing's happening. And the only thing that your team is doing is because you lot are playing some minnows and you're getting the results, is hiding the cracks. But, bro, the cracks can't be hidden for too much longer because the fixtures are coming fast and furious. And soon you're going to start playing the big dogs. And when you play the big dogs, then we'll know what time it is. But for now, enjoy the fact that you beat Bournemouth. Do you know what I mean? Look, when we beat Bournemouth, Northfield, just so you know, let me put it out here real quick. When Tottenham beat Bournemouth, I'm only spending 2 minutes on it.
There's not much to talk about. You know what I mean?
So let's not get all gassed up in the chat like you done something special. Yeah? 2 minutes and then we move on.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, the last I'm going to say about it, you're correct. I completely agree. Yeah? We're going to quickly, before we move into Tottenham and what happened with your fixture against Wolves. Arsenal against Fulham, that should be a challenge, but we should be slapping them. We should be slapping them. Aston Villa, they got piped. They got piped yesterday, 3-1 against Crystal Palace, so we should be beating them as well. Then you look at Man United. With their form, we should be slapping them, yeah? Everton, you already know. Everton, for me, I feel like they're going to get relegated this season, yeah? They're dead. Brentford, don't give me no chat. Oh, it's only Brentford like last season. No, we should be doing them. The first test is against Tottenham, the irrelevant club with the irrelevant manager that their business don't look all that, yeah? And if we can beat Tottenham, then Liverpool, yeah, then Man City, there you see is a proper run. Then Chelsea, yeah, that little fixture there between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. We should, then you're going to really see where we at. Because I'm not judging this Arsenal team until Tottenham, to be honest. Like, fully judging.
You can't, bro, because those fixtures are a joke. Let's be real. The first 9 games, that is the easiest start to the Prem of any team.
It is.
Of any team, that's the easiest start to the Prem. The hardest start so far has been Crystal Palace. I mean, they played Man, they had Liverpool, and then they had Villa. That's the toughest start. But you cannot say your first 9 games is what the hell? What the hell is that?
This is what I'm saying. So we should be winning. I mean, there's a comment here. This is the Prem. Brentford, Brighton, and Leeds have already beaten top 6 sides. No easy games. We're not saying easy, but you should be beating them. You should, even if it's like a 1-0, I don't care. The money that we spend, apparently we've got the best owner, the best young manager in world football. We've got the best youngsters in world football. Everyone now, this is the thing with Arsenal. As Arsenal do good, they're digging themselves a deeper hole because there is still a lot that is wrong at this club. So when people are telling me that the youngsters are amazing, the owners are amazing, Edu's amazing, Arteta's amazing. Okay, cool. So why can't we beat Brentford and Brighton and then Man there? You should be able to beat them, no? You should have the expectation of beating them. Yes, I think the way Brentford play is very good. I think Brighton as well. They've obviously dealt with West Ham. They've done very well. Leeds as well. They dealt with Chelsea, but that was not so much quality, but the way that they played, the pressing, pressing the hell out of Chelsea and overworking them. So big up to Leeds as well. But listen, when you're a big team, I'm not taking this poor man mentality, caramba, yeah? You're a big team. The expectation is to slap these man, and when you don't, this is why rivals go for you, because the expectation is if Arsenal lose, yeah, man's saying this here. But if Arsenal lose for Brentford, Brighton, and Leeds, yeah, do you think man ain't gonna come for us? Why? Because the expectation is you should be dealing with them. Do you get it? So I don't want to hear none of that. Oh, but there's no easy games in the Prem, trying to make it seem like So,
bro,
listen, it is what it is, man. It don't work both ways. If Tottenham get
when I hear people
laugh at them, because the expectation is that Tottenham should beat them.
Bro, and this is why I got too much respect for you, bro, because I'm not hearing that myself. When I hear people say there's no easy games in the Prem, that's like saying that you don't look at looks, it's what's on the inside, innit, that matters. You're chatting rubbish. You're chatting rubbish if you ain't looked at looks and you're saying it's just the inside that counts. Shut up. Shut up. You know you were looking at looks as well. Oh, you're looking at come on, let's be real. But you know, I've got people calling me out, Arsenal man, at losing his head because he got hit by a hammer yesterday on his way home from work or something, trying to tell me something. The truth of the matter is, my man's trying to say Spurs are lucky. And there's a classic saying in the league. They say, if you don't play well and you're able to win a game, that's a mark of a good team. So put some bloody respect.
So let's move into Tottenham. Let's move into it, because I know you're itching. Let's move into it. What happened with Tottenham? 1-0 against Wolves. The first half, in my opinion, you guys should have been absolutely smoked. And if Wolves actually had a finisher, you lot would have been done and dusted, bro. Like, they literally had so many opportunities. Synonymous, yeah. I saw expressions gunning him as well. Yeah, what happened to Son? Because it's not the first match. I don't know what's been going on with Son so far. He still has chances. He's still got time to build his momentum and to get into the season. But luckily for him, when you don't have him, you have other people. Kulusevski, I think, whipped in an amazing ball to Harry Kane. And I think he hit the crossbar. Absolutely amazing ball from him. Harry Kane was also anonymous for large parts of the game. Yeah. Obviously, he scored at the end, completely unmarked. Absolutely, I don't know what happened. You guys definitely grew in and with a better team in the second half. I can give you that. But how long is it going to take for us to see Tottenham actually performing for 90 minutes? Because yes, you got the result against Chelsea and getting a draw, but your performance wasn't that great. Eventually, yes, as much as you can say, oh, listen, not winning ugly is a sign of a great team. A team can't go on 30-odd games every season like that and expect to pick up points.
No, you're right.
Point in the league where your lack of performance will cost you points, and we saw that against Ole. Do you know what I mean? We see this repetitively. That has to be the minority. I think if you guys showed this for 20 to 15% of the games of the season, then that is a winning mentality. Yeah. Because you can't be expected to turn up all the time. What has gone wrong, and do you expect performances to pick up at all?
Well, bro, I think you're asking the wrong question, because you said what has gone wrong, and I'm going to take issue with that. Nothing's gone wrong.
Let me reword that. Yeah, what is not quite clicking? What is not quite clicking to get a performance?
The truth of the matter is Tottenham hasn't come out of first gear. That's the truth. We've got 6 new players that come in, 7 new players that have come in, but 6 are here. 1 we sent back on loan. And I think with the players that Conte has, the system that we're used to playing might not work. So what you saw in the first half against Wolves, if I'm being brutally honest, is that Tottenham, we look a bit predictable. It's the same thing. And you know, in the Premier League, it takes about 3 matches or 2 matches for teams to clock, oh, this is the system. Oh, this is how you're going to play. And I think that Tottenham just have to change it up. But what I can say to you is this, though. Tottenham are winning matches or gaining points in matches that they would normally flop. Last season, let me just remind the audience, Tottenham lost at home to Southampton. We lost at home to Wolves, and we lost away to Chelsea. So far this season, we've got 7 points, bro. And so the point of the matter is, we're not playing well. We haven't clicked into gear, because people will make the same argument about Man United. Man United ain't quite clicked. That's why it ain't working for them. Or Liverpool ain't quite clicked. That's why it ain't working. We ain't quite clicked, and we got 7 bloody points. Do you get what I'm saying? So before we run off and say, Tottenham, what's not happening? What's gone wrong? Nothing's gone wrong. What I'm telling you is it's a matter of time before Tottenham come good. And when they come good, it's scary. And let me tell you what it is. You are 100% right. Back in the day, when these men are not on form, we play them not on form. We play Son and Kane. They're guaranteed to look. Son is guaranteed to play even if he's got diarrhea. You know them ones there, like he's got a bellyache, he's got diarrhea, but we can't take him off the pitch. No. I'm saying now, Son has not been on form so far this season. And if you deep Tottenham and you watch Tottenham carefully, there are moments in the season where Son ain't doing nothing. Then he finds form. Then he goes off. Then he finds form again. At the moment, Son hasn't found form. Rest assured, he's going to find form. Then he's going to dip. And then he's going to blow the thing out the water again. But what I'm saying is for the next game against Nottingham Forest, Richarlison should start. My man had 15-minute cameo and he did well. He deserves to start. And we say, Son, you know what? I'm not disrespecting you. You did get 23 goals last season, but I'm not going to lie. The first 3 games of this season, you're looking a little bit predictable. And so we're going to switch it up. Yeah, that's legit. That's the mark of a good team. But I'm not going to have anyone tell me Tottenham were lucky. Mate, I'll tell you this, Arsenal, man. You make your own bloody luck. Tottenham so far, 3 games played, 7 points. Let's see how you lot get on against Chelsea. Let's see how you, man, get on against Wolves. So for me, it's so far so good because quite easily we could have lost all 3 games. And I think even Conte said it himself. And as for Jeb from Eddie, he's telling me to shut up. You shut your mouth, you waste man. Stop switching tongue. No, I'm putting you, man, under pressure, yeah, because you should win your first 9 games. You're a pussy if you don't think your team should win those first 9 games. So don't come to me saying I'm putting pressure in your team. Are you not expecting big things from your team? You can't pump your chest that Jesus is the man, Zinchenko is this, your team is this, Saliba is that, bloody hell, we can't bloody sleep, and then say I'm putting you under pressure. If you think that's pressure, bruv, you need to just clear out and find another sport. That's all I'm saying to you, my bro. So that's what I'm saying. The reality is, Tottenham has taken 7 points and we ain't playing well. And it's a matter of time, bro. Kane's not playing well and he scored 2 goals. He scored the same number of goals as Jesus, who's playing well. Just deep it, bro. Because at the end of the day, Arsenal fans are going to be throwing stats. Oh, Jesus is better. I had an Arsenal fan come on a show this week and tell me that Jesus is better than Kane. Can you see the nonsense? Can you see? This is the crap that we're dealing with. Do you know what I'm saying? So I'm here on this show to do what I do. I have to settle you and put you lot straight. So
Did Kane break a record? He's just broken a record now.
He scored 185 Premier League goals. No other player has scored more goals for a team, for a single team in the Premier League. Put some respect on his name before people make some wild statements. So, bro, it's one of them ones where Tottenham right now is a classic case of, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? Because right now, for me, I'm looking at it as we're not playing well and we're getting the results. And the truth of the matter is, what would you rather? Would you rather play well and not get results, or know that the good times are going to come? Because with Kane and Son up front, you know them man are going to find form very, very soon. Kane scored 2 and he's not even playing well.
I can't bet Arsenal Manic. Listen, you're my guy, but I don't know what you smoked this morning. You're saying Jesus has far more about him than Harry Kane. Harry Kane, yeah, is not only a top goal scorer, but he's a top baller. Let's keep it real, bro. Let's keep it real. Even when Mourinho got him dropping in deep, man guy can pick up the ball, assist, get people into play. What about Gabriel? If anything, Harry Kane got more about him because his goal scoring record blitzes Gabriel Jesus. And I love Gabriel Jesus. Let me get this real clear because people get very triggered very, very easily. Yeah. The same thing, Harry Kane can press like Jesus. He can link up play. He can assist. He can take on players and he can finish just like Gabriel Jesus. If not, he's better. Let's be real. He's a better finisher. So if anything, I think he's got extra medals, bro, because this guy consistently scores, even when he has to drop in deep, even when he has to pick up the ball from the halfway line and literally almost have to do it by himself. Bro, put some respect. I know we don't like Tottenham and we can all agree on that. All Arsenal fans, I get it. But at the same time, sometimes you have to recognize a baller. No Tottenham fan can ever tell me nothing about Patrick Vieira
No, I can never. He's a
Bergkamp or
don.
Henry, they know they can't. Because
You
it's
can't.
respect. When you see a baller, you respect the baller. And I can say it as it is, bro. Harry Kane is a fucking baller, bro. I would love him at Arsenal. Don't now start getting excited, bro. Like, honestly, like, listen, I'm not saying Jesus is a mug, bro, because his goal scoring record, bro, is still, bro, we still need to see. Off the ball and on the ball, I like him. I like the way he dribbles. I like his close touch. I like the way he links up play. I like the way, even when he's not receiving the ball that he wants, he'll drop in deep, get the ball, assist, the way he plays off other players, bring them into the game. His finish in the last match against Leicester, the way he chipped it. All I need to see is goal scoring. The only thing I said when we got him was his goal scoring attribute. And I said, listen, can this guy score me 20 plus goals a season? And if he continues in this trajectory, I believe that Gabriel Jesus can. But that doesn't mean now you start mugging off everything we've seen from Harry Kane. Because one thing we can see is Harry Kane and Son have been carrying Tottenham for how long? And only now have they got some backup dancers to assist. Like Harry Kane has been carrying this team, bro. Like, come on, let's be real, bro.
And bro, let me qualify something you said. And I said even before Jesus came in on our show, I said that Jesus is a big game player that I had the same heartbeat. My heart was beating the same way Drogba came to Chelsea was the same way that when Jesus started at Man City, my heart was beating. And I looked at Man City today in their game against Newcastle, and I said, you know what? Who was missing? Jesus was missing. They needed someone with a bit of guile, with a bit of agility. This is before Haaland scored. I was saying they kind of need Jesus right now. Someone who could just bring something out of nothing, because I'm not really seeing that from Haaland. I know some people might kind of question me, but that's my own opinion. But I felt like in the Newcastle game today, they could have done with Jesus. But I also want to do something, because Footy Chats has been sending some little minor polite shots, and I just want to reply. He said Tottenham to me are a second half team, and a proper team would have smacked them in the first half like we did last season. Just saying, Deji. What we're not doing, Footy Chats, is shoulda, woulda, coulda. This ain't the Spice Girls. If you want to be my lover, you know there ones like that. No, we're not doing that. The truth of the matter is, Wolves, whether they have a striker or not, they had the chances. They didn't score. Yeah. We are a second half team. We got it over the line. So we're not doing shoulda, woulda. If this happened, if that, bro, if that happened. If Bournemouth could have scored in the first minute, bro, maybe Bournemouth win the game against Arsenal. So we're not doing shoulda, woulda, coulda. What we're doing is straight up facts. Wolves did not take their chances. Tottenham did. That's a fact. Let's deal with facts. Wolves didn't take their chance. Tottenham took their chance. And you know what makes me laugh, bro? What makes me laugh is that, and the good thing about you, Nilsa, I respect on your name. When people talk about how lucky Tottenham was against Wolves, they forget that Son hit the post. They forget that Kane hit the crossbar. On another day, Spurs don't play well, but still walk away winning 3-0. So put some respect on our name. Wolves did not have... Wolves didn't hit the post. Wolves did not hit the crossbar. Yeah? They were wide. Yeah? Wide off the mark. So put them some respect. And then as to our bedroom, who's definitely lost the plot. See, Arsenal Manic is definitely someone in his underwear on the keyboard with the fan blowing. You just know he's sitting there with his top off, just sitting there in his underwear, tapping away, chatting hella rubbish. Man said Richarlison should start. You paid top dollar for the Brazilian Francis Jeffers map. Bro, you're disrespecting it. You just wait. The fact of the matter that Richarlison cannot start in the Spurs team is a testament to the strength in depth of Spurs. That's not that he's whack, bro. That means Tottenham are that good, because when he comes on, he does something. But your question, Arsenal Manic, from a couple of weeks ago about Perisic being 33, Perisic, can he do it in the Prem? Rare. You were saying, I mean, I could hear you from my yard just chatting hella crap in your living room. What do you say now about Ivan Perisic, bro? My man's got 2 assists in 3. He's got more assists so far than Golden Boy Saka. What are you saying? And he's left wing back. You're Tierney, because you man was saying to me, Zinchenko, Tierney is much better than Perisic. Well, Northside. Well, In terms of current statistics, I think Perisic is showing that maybe he's above your dog there. Yeah? Can we just get some respect?
Do you know how we can end it? Arsenal Manic. Harry Kane is not a baller. What you smoking? Big respect to you, Northside, but you're wrong on this, sir. Listen, thank you for being polite. But listen, Arsenal Manic, let me tell you this. Why do we say that Aubameyang is only a top goal scorer? We specifically say goal scorer, yeah? Because of the things he does with the ball, he can only shoot and score. He can't take on a man. Technically, his dribbling isn't that great, yeah? Yes, he got a bit of pace, but he's not the type of guy to get it from deep, play around 2 or 3 players, make an assist to one of the players, or, you know what I mean, start the link-up play, start the counter-attack. This is why he's only a goal scorer. When you look at somebody like Jesus, when you look at someone like Harry Kane, they can drop in deep, they can link play, they can almost play the number 10 role and the striker role at the same time, play a false 9. You have to be techie to be able to do that. Aubameyang could never do that. Aubameyang is somebody that is in the box, wants to receive the ball in the box, tap it in. Because he's not, outside of scoring goals, the rest of his game ain't good enough. He can't do the rest of it. Do you get what I'm saying? So that is the difference between a goal scorer, an elite goal scorer can only score goals. Outside of that, he cannot do the job of a midfielder. Harry Kane can do a job of a midfielder. Gabriel Jesus can do a job of a midfielder. Do you get what I'm saying? And if you combine both of them, for me, if the striker has both abilities, that is a baller, bro. That is a technically gifted striker. Do you get what I'm saying? And Harry Kane has that. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't really know what we're talking about.
I'm convinced that Arsenal Manic is not even a person. I think Arsenal Manic is a bot because the hella crap that this guy is talking. He says, I've never heard anybody put Harry Kane and baller in the same sentence. Honestly, this is the first time. Arsenal Manic, mate, I know the type of person that you are. You've got them VR headsets and you're in them you're in the metaverse. That's why you ain't never heard that. You're in the metaverse. You're there playing. You're there playing. What's that game that we used to play? Is it Scrubs or Shubs or what? Them things on Facebook where they're gathering coins. You know them ones there. He's gathering coins in the metaverse. This guy is definitely clueless. Like, I can't even be bothered to respond to Arsenal, man. He's definitely here for entertainment purposes only. And Taib, you should be ashamed of yourself because you are even joining in. You're joining in with Arsenal man chatting hella rubbish. So look, the truth of the matter is Harry Kane, Tottenham, we haven't played well, but Tottenham's still doing their thing. Because I will ask you, has Tottenham lost? Have we played at least a team, one of the big 6? Let's be real. Have we played a big 6 team?
Who have you got next?
We've got Nottingham Forest away.
Oh.
Yeah, exactly. And you know what's going to happen. We're going to smoke them. That one there is in fact. Nottingham Forest.
Just this out, yeah. Listen, the funny thing is Manic said about where was that comment? Oh, I just inflate your ego. No, I'll be real with you, bro. At the end of the day, me and Deji both disagreed on when Deji said he feels like Tottenham can win the league this season. We disagreed, and I said, no, I don't think you can. Do you get what I'm saying? But if the majority of what he says I agree with, I'm not just going to make an argument for my argument's sake. I think a lot of stuff that he says is reasonable, so I'm going to agree. But, you know, no one's ever going to agree 100%. He believes, obviously, that Tottenham have the ability to win the league this season. I disagree. You know what I mean? We disagreed on that.
And just to qualify, bro, I haven't changed my mind.
No, you can stand on it. That's cool.
I've got no reason to change my mind. Because people wanted me to change my mind. People are asking me, so Dej, based on how Tottenham have been playing, have you changed your prediction? And I'm saying, but what's happened? We've gained more points playing rubbish than we did when we was playing half decent. And bro, just to say this, because I need to just answer this one comment lastly before we move on to the next bit. Jeb for one, Eddie, he's saying that I'm getting agitated, bro. You're getting agitated. He said, I started watching you at the start of the season, and all your predictions about us at the start of the season has failed. Now you are raising the bar. I haven't raised the bar for you, bro. I have not. My prediction for Arsenal has remained the same. I still think you're going to finish 8th. All I'm saying to you is this. Your start to the season, well done for beating those 3 teams, but you should beat those 3 teams. If we're doing the maths, anything that I've said so far is not out of the question. Well, because you've won the first 3 games, you can no longer finish 8th in the season. Bro, let's see what the next 3 games hold and the 3 games after that. All I'm saying is that your first 9 games, if we wanna take it from your book, the great Arsenal with the great Jesus, you should win. There's no reason why you shouldn't win your first 9 games. So I'm not raising the bar, but if you're really about that life, and if your team has really changed in the way that Arsenal fans are talking, trolling, look at us online, even my brother Northside, the way we pressed Bournemouth, the way we were moving the ball. I mean, and that's why I had to say, bro, it's Bournemouth. Calm down. But if you really changed in the way that I'm hearing from even my bro, then you should have 27 points after 9 games. Simple.
There you go. For me, I wanted to ask you a question before because we're going to quickly get into the fixtures, the results of today's Premier League games and yesterday's Premier League games, and quickly have our thoughts on it. But I wanted to ask you a question. The first half, Tottenham against Wolves, you played your back line, you had Sanchez, Dyer, and Davies. Now, we both know these men ain't that good, yeah? If you guys persist with them, because you've agreed as well, Romero is the only centre-back that you have that is of a good level, is up there, and we can all agree he's a proper defender. Yeah. Do you think you guys will get found out? And this is, when I'm looking at Davies, Dyer as a back, I know it's a lot tighter as a back 3, but look at the chances that were given in the first half and the way that you defended a lot of times against Wolves. If they had a better striker, they would have put you to the sword. That kind of backline, Sanchez, Dyer, and Davies, that if I was a Tottenham fan, that would be stressing me out. If you don't, by the end of the window, if you don't get a centre-back that's as good as Romero.
I knew you was going to say this. I knew this was coming up. And funny enough, for once, you can probably tell, man did some preparation before the show. You're right. When you look at Sanchez, Dyer, and Ben Davies, I ain't going to lie, it fills me with dread. And to be honest with you, at points in that game against Wolves, I was thinking, where's Longley? What is the point of having Longley? Because there were times where we just needed a bit of passing. Someone who could just grab the ball and pass. Because Dyer, Sanchez, Ben Davies, they're not that guy in terms of calming down the game and maybe spreading it out to the wings in the way that we needed the game calmed down yesterday. And Longley's on the bench, and you're looking at the bench thinking, so why did we bring this brother? We brought this brother for a time like this, and he's still on the bench. So I'm not really too sure what Conte is doing. But what I will say is this, bro. The last 3 games of last season, Sanchez started for Spurs. We didn't concede a goal. He played yesterday. And regardless of what you're saying, and I totally agree, we didn't play well. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. If my man had a striker, if they had Kane, if they had Son, Wolves probably win that game. If they had Jesus, them ones there. There's a lot of ifs and buts. But the truth of the matter is, Sanchez has played these last 4 games for Spurs, and we ain't considered a single goal. Call it luck, call it lady luck, call it whatever you bloody like, but that's a fact. Do you get what I'm saying? So I don't know what else to say to you.
Bro, you know what you're doing right now? You're doing a Granit Xhaka. You see with us, yeah, when he performs one game, he's all right. Yeah, play the next game. But the thing is, yeah, you know what I mean? The leopard don't change his spots, bro. You're going to see this guy, bro, giving away goals, giving away chances, giving away... Do you get what I'm saying? If I was you, bro, Sanchez is like our Xhaka, bro. Like, there's always a 1 or 2 good performances, and the rest is dead, bro. Or hella average. You get what I'm saying? So,
I think
Sanchez.
And I think Xhaka is dead food. I'm not going to lie to you. Every time I see Xhaka playing, I don't take you lot seriously. And my brother-in-law trying to attack me, saying that he thinks that Xhaka is better than Højbjerg, and we're not going to get into that today. But bro, what I will say, you're right. Sanchez, Dyer, Ben Davies fill me with dread. However, them 3 in the last 4 times that they've played together, they have not conceded. My biggest concern, bro, more worrying than that, is Emerson Royale. Because for me, that man is a Pukaria Karamba. He's a Pukaria Karamba. And my man is watching this show, and I know he's vexed with me right now because he speaks Portuguese as well. I want to see Jed Spence. I've had enough. I do not want to see Matt Doherty. I do not want to see Emerson Royale. And bro, we've got Nottingham Forest next. If there is a time to bring on Jed Spence and make his bow into the Premier League, it's next week against Nottingham Forest. If Jed Spence does not start that game, I'm going to be... We need to get him up and running before I'm really pissed. So for me, I'm nothing... For me, in terms of my predictions, from what I've made from the start of this season, nothing has changed. Nothing has changed. Arsenal need to play some big dogs. Tottenham are picking up points where they don't normally pick up points. And so, as for me, everything is moving in the right direction. Because, bro, like you said, I think the next 3 games for you guys, Brentford, Fulham, they're winnable games, but they're tricky games. They're winnable games, but they're tricky games. But for me, Tottenham, bro, I have to put some respect on my team. They say the measure of a team is... It's not about when you're playing well. It's easy to play well and score and pick up and get gassed. The measure is when the going gets tough and you're not playing well and for whatever reason it ain't quite clicking, can your team dig deep and find the result, find the goal from somewhere? And bro, I have to say, whether you man like it or not, Tottenham found something from somewhere where it didn't exist against a motivated Chelsea team. And then we found something from somewhere against a motivated Wolves team. And we managed to walk away with 4 points. And I just want to make my last comment on this. Arsenal man trolling again in the chat, like he does, in his underwear, is telling me about how come Spurs didn't beat Chelsea and Leeds did. And I've already told you, when Tottenham play Chelsea and West Ham, them 2 teams grow wings. They get superpowers. In fact, I will go as far as saying Chelsea and West Ham turn into the Avengers reincarnate, you know, like that. That's how they play football. But Chelsea was not motivated in the same way today against Leeds how they were playing Tottenham. And you got to understand the psychology. I was hoping Bournemouth would do something, but they didn't. They were scared of Arsenal. But I can tell you're going to come up against a motivated Fulham. And when you come against a motivated Fulham, that's when we'll see Wagwan. So that's my final comments in relation to that.
Fair enough. Let's get into some of the results today, because obviously we had some games today. Let's get into the first one. Brighton beating West Ham. West Ham are looking hella rocky this season. I know it's early doors, but they're not looking that great in my opinion. Really not. Brighton pressed them really well, 2-0. What do you make of this result? What do you make of both teams?
Bro, I'm not even surprised. Let's be real. I think West Ham have been overachieving. You got when you got Antonio up front, you know you got problems. Like really and truly, Antonio is not a striker. He's a defender for me. But because of his strength and they're going, basically what West Ham have gone back to is, you know, the old school, you know, like when the Premier League started, 1990, the bully boy strikers, the Les Ferdinands, the Alan Shearers, they're trying to roll back the years. No. Football has changed. Them big dogs up there trying to bully the defenders, it ain't going to work. And that's what they've done. Brighton play good football, bro. Brighton play football. They've lost Basuma. They've lost Cucurella. They've not even replaced them, man, yet. And you wouldn't have known. They've picked up 7 points, bro. They play better football than most of us. So, for me, I'm not surprised by that. I think, for me, I can tell you now the teams that are going to struggle this year. Bournemouth is going to struggle. They look garbage. West Ham's going to struggle. And Leicester City's going to struggle, bro. I was telling you from time, Leicester don't look great. I predicted on this show early this week that you man were going to win 3-0. How about Arsenal Manic put some respect on my name for predicting accurately the scoreline between Arsenal and Bournemouth? Because I actually got 100%. I said 3-0 and it was 3-0. Sorry, bro.
No, it's mad, you know, with players like Trossard, March, you know, Lallana, Welbeck, you know, and these men are still, you know, getting wins and getting wins under their belt and doing their thing. Do you know what I mean? Welbeck that can't even hit a barn door. That's their striker. But listen, the way that they press, the way they play football, you know what I mean? You can see they've been properly coached. You know what I mean? Properly coached. And big up to them. I mean, West Ham, I agree with you. I don't understand why they're going with Antonio up front. I think Scamacca scored for them when they played in Europe, their last match. And it's like, why not continue? He's in good form. He scored in Europe. Just continue with him. Antonio, you know, he's been decent for them, but I think he goes missing a lot for me. And yeah, that's my thoughts on it. But yeah, West Ham lose 2-0 to Brighton. What about?
I was surprised. I was not
Listen,
surprised.
it is what it is. What do you make of Chelsea? Chelsea losing 3-0 to Leeds.
Bro, and again, you know, one thing is, and I'm not trying to big myself up. I got Arsenal man trolling me, trying to work out where I live. You know, them ones there. I said to you something, and then people were having a go at me early in the week when we had our show early in the week. I said, put some respect on Kante. Yeah, I said, put some respect, because Kante, when that guy plays football, he is like two midfielders. And someone said, but no one's disrespecting Kante. And I was like, no, I'm not saying that people are disrespecting him, but you need to understand the level of player that Kante is and what he brings to that Chelsea team. And I remember finishing the conversation by saying, Chelsea's next couple of games, people playing Chelsea have the pleasure of playing Chelsea without Kante, because they said he's going to miss the next 4 games. Bro, the simple thing was they missed Kante today. Without if Kante was on the pitch, Leeds can't press them in that way, because he's pressing Leeds in that way. He's everywhere. But because Kante weren't there, they couldn't do anything. And I see Chelsea struggling in their next few games, because they said he's out for 4 games. I can't see Chelsea. They don't have a striker. Havertz is lightweight, and you don't have Kante in that midfield. Jorginho is not pressing nobody. He's there to do tiki-taki stuff. Yeah, little light stuff. Kovacic ain't that guy. Mason Mount wants to come in off the wing. Reece James wants to do this little flying Top Gun type of thing. That's it, bro. So Chelsea were missing Kante, and Leeds are going to play the high press, but they didn't have anyone that could control that middle ground, and they got spun. Mendy, I don't know what he was thinking. He took a double touch. He got flattened, and then it was game over. Rodrigo was playing like bloody Messi today. Do you know what I mean? I wish I had my man in my fantasy Premier League team. So for me, until Kante comes back, you're gonna see Chelsea struggle. It's as simple as that. So comments like Tottenham are shit, Chelsea are better, and again, no guesses to who's making them stupid comments in the chat, my bro. I think Tottenham finish above Chelsea. I've been saying that from day, and what's changed right now? You're making comments about Chelsea being better than Spurs. How many points does Chelsea have? Exactly. There you go. And we ain't even playing well. So Arsenal, man, sit down, man, and put some trousers on. You know, like that.
Nah, I agree, man. Conor Gallagher, he looked out of his depth today. Mount as well. I don't know what's going on with Mount's development. You know what I mean? I think there's a player there, but we're not really seeing it. I think I agree with you. There was no one to really get hold of that midfield in Chelsea. Jorginho's not his job, neither is Mount nor Gallagher. And then you've got Kai Havertz. A lot of people coming for Kai Havertz. I think, how long has he been there now? 3 years?
Yeah, 2 or 3 years.
And it looks like man is living off of, Champions League goal. Like, you know what I mean? The Champions League winner. But you can't live off one moment for the rest of your career. I think there is a player in Havertz, but we're not seeing it. And if we're not seeing it, then it comes to a time where you have to be judged on the performances that we are seeing, let alone about your ability. And we're not seeing it with Kai Havertz. He's not lethal enough for me.
I will go as far as to say he's not going to do it at Chelsea. No. I think Chelsea's too big a club. I think if you put Kai Havertz in an Aston Villa or even a Brighton, I think he bags. But for Chelsea, no, I don't think he's up to that level. What Chelsea need is a world-class striker. And it's Havertz.
Aubameyang apparently is going.
I think if Aubameyang goes, that's a game changer. If he goes there, then you have to put some.
Create the chances, bro. And all you got to do with Aubameyang, all you got to tell him is, bro, just stay in the box. Yes. Just because his movement in the box is elite, but he can never do the job. And this is what we're talking about when we're talking earlier about, somebody that's an elite finisher and an elite baller. He can't drop like Harry Kane, get the ball, make an assist for himself, play 1-2s, get the ball again, go around 2-3 man, assist for somebody else and get the ball, then, create his own chance, put it in the back of the net. He can't do all of that. He has to be the final man in the last action in the final third. If you give that to Aubameyang more times out of 10 in the box, 9 times out of 10, he's putting it in the back of the net. Do you get what I'm saying? So if Chelsea do that and allow him to play him to his strengths, I think he can do that. I think maybe Havertz as a number 2 to Aubameyang, then maybe it might be okay, because obviously Havertz does have the ability to link up play in a game that you need somebody to do that. But as the prime striker for Chelsea, this guy, I agree with you. I don't think he's good enough.
Or Havertz has to go to Bayern Munich, bro. I'm not gonna lie. You know, sometimes in football, you're not a bad player because you just don't do it at a club. Maybe the system doesn't work for you. Maybe it just doesn't. It's not a fit. You know, Steven Gerrard, he had to deep it. He said, I could have gone Chelsea, but he could have gone there and done utter rubbish. Kane, there's no guarantee Kane is the same Kane in another club. I think he would be, but there's no guarantee. So, do you know what I mean? Sometimes you just have to put some respect on it and say that maybe he doesn't fit at Chelsea. And there's nothing wrong with that. But I think with the way that they play, I think with the physicality of the Premier League, he's just not the one for Chelsea. And if they keep relying on Havertz, then they deserve what comes next. I mean, Sterling, them man look ordinary today. But I tell you, part of them being ordinary was they weren't even motivated for the game. They started the game sluggish, and they lost.
Bro, Sterling, did you see Sterling's chance, bro? Like he should. This is the problem with this guy, bro. At City, he looks wavy because they give him 50 million chances, bro. But this guy, actually puts away he throws away so many chances, bro.
Were you surprised? I'm not gonna. That's my brother right there. But were you surprised when he missed?
Nah, I wasn't surprised. I can't lie to you.
Even the one he missed against Spurs, only he could miss that.
No, 100. It's mad, but listen, we move anyway. Newcastle are able to get 3-3 draw against the Man City. What do you make of that,
bro? For me, I deeped what it was and put some respect on Newcastle. I told you I had Newcastle to finish above Arsenal. That was one of my predictions. The one I got wrong was Aston Villa. I want to swap Aston Villa for Crystal Palace if Jebel Fulmar and Arsenal Manic allow me to, but I want to put Crystal Palace to finish above Arsenal, then Aston Villa. And I think Newcastle, bro. Let me just deep this. Newcastle's a good team. I've been telling you from the start that Newcastle's decent. Oh, why is Deji saying this? Why is Deji saying that? They had Man City rattled. That's the first time in a long time that I've seen a team rattled. But what I realized is this: in the system that Man City play, it's about patterns. So City are able to break down patterns of play because you don't have the ball. But what they can't handle is the Lone Ranger. That's why they struggle against Palace, because Zaha is going to take that ball and run at you. They can't hack it. Saint Maximum had Carl Walker spinning around like Kylie Minogue. You know, like that, like spinning around, like Natalie Imbruglia. It was crazy. They just didn't know. And in fact, for me, Saint Maximum, if he had a little bit more kahunas, he should have just been shooting. Where he was trying to thread the ball, he should have just shot. Because if he had shot, he would have probably found the back of the net at least 3 or 4 times. So Newcastle played a good game. They deserved the draw. I think if they lost that game, it would have been hard luck. But put some respect on City. They're 3-1 down, and I'm laughing, saying, rah, these lot are gonna lose their first game of the season. Haaland scores, Silva scores real quick. And one thing with City, the game is not over until it's over. They just don't, when they score first, they don't lose. They've never lost. They've never lost the game when they score first. So for me, I'm just grateful for Newcastle for allowing them to drop points. Do you know like that, before it becomes some sort of runaway train. They're good, but I think you saw the frailties. The frailties is you got to go at them and you got to let your individual stars, you got to let like Martinelli just run. Martinelli, Saka, just run. Stop passing, just run. That's what Saint Maximin did. He just ran at them. Just run. They don't know what to do. And so I think we learned something today about City and their weakness. And, you know, big up to Eddie Howe. Respect him, because people doubted him when he went to Newcastle. You know, he's from Bournemouth. Is he going to get them playing? I think the revelation is that he's put Joe Linton in the midfield. What a revelation. He ain't a striker, but bloody hell, he is a bloody defensive. He's like a Vieira in that midfield, just chopping up man under him and that Bruno Guerrero. They're chopping man up. What are you talking about? This is the Brazilian job in that midfield. So yeah,
Man like Willock, you know, the Arsenal reject.
Who?
Willock as well is in the midfield.
Bro, and you know what? I was saying it now. Willock, the way he's playing, he's good enough. He's good enough to start in your midfield.
Yeah, the way he's
Why did
playing.
he go?
Yeah,
he's good enough to start in your midfield. I mean, it's crazy that you let a player like that go. Just like we let Carl Walker-Peters go, and now we ain't got a right back. But here's Carl Walker-Peters flying down at Southampton, and you're thinking, bro, like, which stupid guy let him go? Because I think Willock is a big game player. He's part of the reason why Newcastle are doing bits. Yeah. So, bro, the Premier League has started. All the big guns have dropped points. It's what we want to see, bro. I don't want to see Man City walk this thing like it's a joke, because it will just downgrade our league. It's great to see Newcastle give them a battle. The only thing about Newcastle is they were a motivated opponent. Right now, all of those players' legs are going to be feeling heavy for the rest of the week, and Newcastle probably lose their next game because they haven't recovered from all the energy that they've kind of exerted in this match. So great for us and the neutral. Thank you for dropping points, but the reality is Newcastle can't maintain that, and that's the thing.
Listen, the last one we'll get into, I mean, we already know that Arsenal are going to play Fulham. We already spoke about Fulham and their strengths and the players that are going to cause us trouble over there. Obviously, they won 3-2. But let's get into Nottingham Forest. I want to know what you think about Nottingham Forest, because Tottenham, you guys will be playing them as your next match, like you said. And when you look at this team, you know, Anoui, Johnson scored for them. You got Lingard, Mangala, Williams. You got a couple of players that we know, a couple of players that we don't know that's come up with them through the championship. Do you fear them? Do you think they got players that could, hurt you or not? Or do you think Tottenham will roll over Nottingham Forest?
I think Tottenham will roll over Nottingham Forest, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I just think there's a gap in the Premier League between the top six and then everybody else. What you can't do, bro, is get carried away by teams that are motivated. At the moment, Nottingham Forest is just happy to be back. They're happy to be back in the big time. And they've bought 17 players, bro. So there's no chemistry, there's nothing. Right now, Nottingham Forest is riding on adrenaline. That's it. They're not really playing any football. So they can't hack what Tottenham are going to bring. There's too much smoke coming.
Do you rate their goalkeeper? Because I feel like he played very well the last match.
Yeah, to be honest, I think Tottenham, because Loris is getting old. I think he's 37, 38 now. I think the next keeper in line for Spurs should be Dean Henderson. I think he's that good. He's a shot stopper. I think he's brilliant. I actually think he should be him or Pope should be the #1 goalkeeper for England. It's definitely not Pickford. If we keep having Pickford as our keeper, we deserve what comes next, which is to get knocked out in the group stages. Do you know that like that? Because Pickford is hot garbage. But what I will say to you, bro, is that don't get carried away by Nottingham Forest. What they're doing is they're playing with a lot of energy because they're happy to be in the big time. But, the wheels will start to fall off. Once they get to 6-7 games, bro, it starts getting real. It starts realizing the game, At the moment, who have they played? They drew with Everton.
They drew against Everton.
Everton is not great, let's be real. They're relegation fodder. They played West Ham. They're not playing well. And in their first game of the season, did they not draw? Didn't they not draw that game? So let's not get carried away with Nottingham Forest, bro.
It is what it is. Listen, Deji, love for coming on, bro. Love for coming on. Obviously, people, make sure you stay tuned every Sunday. Obviously, Arsenal are playing Fulham next. The next show will be about Arsenal, Fulham, Spurs, and Nottingham Forest. Man, listen, it is what it is.
Real quick before we go, bro, because just for the people in the chat, what's your prediction for the game against Fulham? And I will give you my prediction, and then also Tottenham against Nottingham Forest, because it's only right that we give our prediction.
I feel like we can. I feel like it's probably going to be a 1-1 draw. I see what Fulham done against Liverpool, and if they turn up like that with players like Paulinho pulling strings in their midfield and being able to score in their last match, and you got Mitrovic when they're spamming shots at Mitrovic. Mitrovic, for me, I do think he will score. So I think it's going to be a 1-1. But yeah, my head is saying 1-1. My heart is saying 2-1 Arsenal.
Yeah, my head is saying 1-1 as well. That was my prediction for the game. I can see you dropping points, but not losing. I don't see you losing, but I can see you drawing against Fulham because of the way that they've started the season. As for Tottenham against Nottingham Forest, I think when they play Tottenham, it's going to be a baptism of fire. I think Tottenham get it right. I think they play sexy football. And I see us spanking Nottingham Forest 3-0. Their striker, Awoniyi, he plays for Nigeria. He's not going nowhere. You know what I mean? Like, or even with Sanchez at the back. Sorry, it's too deep. And then Lingard is their only really half-decent player in that midfield. I like their right wing back, but I think Perisic is going to have too much for him. I think Kulusevski, Son, and Kane are going to have a field day. And for those of you doing Fantasy Premier League, if you want to do your wild card and put them 3 men in there, you do well too, because their man will probably get a goal each. And that's about it. And as for Arsenal Manic, of course, I know that you're bantering, bro. It's all banter. It's all love. 90% of the 95% of the time, it's all love, bro. But you know that I got a job to do. And if I see some bullshit, you know man's going to call it out. And I'm going to bait up what you're doing in your living room. Sorry, bro, to bait you up live on stream. But man had to do it. Nah, it's all love. Do you know what I'm saying? And as for the boxing, we ain't even going to talk about that on this show. No, it's no comment, no point.
Listen, all I will say about the boxing, I knew that AJ was going to lose. Not because I'm a know-it-all, but I didn't really believe in him as a boxer like that. I think he's a nice guy. I like what he stands for. I like seeing another black man winning, earning money, getting his family and his friends out the hood. Beautiful. Love it, love it, love it, love it. Love seeing anyone win, but especially I love seeing black people win. You know what I'm saying? As a black man, obviously, I know the struggles. I love seeing anyone win though. So he's still winning. At the end of the day, he can go and do some other fights, or he can just quit right now. He's made so many millions and go be a model. You know what I mean? All the girls seem to love him, so go do model. Do you know how many? Listen, man like Tyson Fury, as much as he's a fighter, for me, the best of his generation, he can't do modeling. He don't have the face. You know, it's kind of like Messi and Ronaldo. Like after football, Ronaldo can be a model. He can be a model now, but Messi just doesn't have that. Even though he got better ability, more gifted. He don't have that. Anthony Joshua, what he has that other boxers don't, after boxing, he could just be a model. The girl love him. He's got the physique, the look, everything. Bro, just be a model, bro. Make your bags like that. You ain't got a box no more. It is what it is. I feel like Usyk was just too much for him. It was sad to see Anthony Joshua cry. I felt sad for him when I saw that. I don't know if you saw that, but when he done the press conference, he broke down crying. You know, man to man, I just felt like the guy is exhausted, bro. Like the guy is exhausted being in a public eye and you know things like that. And I kind of felt sorry for him. I felt sorry for him, and I just feel like, bro, just go be a model for Versace and Armani and all them things there.
Bro, this is why me and you, I love doing the show with you because I felt the same thing. I said modeling is his thing. I think for me, Anthony Joshua, I didn't even bother watching the fight because I knew what was going to happen. And I just thought, you know, my guy, he's tried. He's put boxing on the map. He made it interesting for a while, you know, like that. But I think that if you really deep it, I don't think he was about that life. I know he says he's a boxer, but I think we know if he could never have fought Tyson Fury. When you're losing to Ruiz, that's when I knew the wheels came off. You're never going to be able to fight Deontay Wilder. You're never going to be able to fight Tyson Fury. These men will do some madness in the ring. But what I will say is that, like you said, he's got longevity. He should keep his chin up. He should be proud of his achievements and do his things. Do you know what I mean? But he should just be proud of his achievements, man, and just put some respect on his name, you know? And that's it.
That's it, man. That's it. Listen, Deji, love for jumping on. And when's Tottenham? When are you playing?
So we are playing. I think it's next Saturday evening at 5:30 on Sky Sports. So tune in for that one. Oh, let me just double check that for you, man.
You're playing Saturday because we're definitely playing Saturday. We're playing Saturday 5:30 kickoff.
So Tottenham's playing Sunday 4:30. Well, and I'll be watching you guys 5:30. Yeah, it should be interesting.
Ooh. Every game, every game, bro, the heat is there, because these men are ready to cook you every game, right?
So far, let's be real and let's put some respect. So far, I haven't been cooked. You can't cook me.
Nah, you ain't been cooked. You ain't been cooked yet.
Tottenham is currently delivering, but I dread the day that they lose a game. I can see man are ready to chew me up.
Do you know what? Do you know the one time, the time I want you lot to flop is the North London derby, because these men are gonna come at you, bro. North London derby, bro. You can't lose that, bro. It's just pride. You know what I mean? You can't lose that, bro. It'll be our first North London derby. I think me and you are probably gonna be going at it.
I think so. And honestly speaking, bro, if Tottenham win the North London derby at the Emirates, it's gonna be a long show. Because
you're coming in with the shirt reverse, isn't it? Then you
everything, bro. And that show, I'm chopping up clips of things I've said from past and future. Remember, I had my prediction of home and we beat you at home and away. I ain't gonna let you live it, bro, until you guys come to the Tottenham Stadium. So, but so far, both our teams, maybe because of the show, maybe because the Spurs players and the Arsenal players are watching our show, they haven't let us down. And I haven't been let down. You haven't been let down. So
the first North London derby this season is at the Emirates, and you lot normally get piped at the Emirates.
And the key thing there is normally, but I think it's going to be interesting, bro. We'll see where we are, because I think it's going to be interesting. We'll see. Look, I think I've got a sneaky suspicion, just like you, that the Tide, with Arsenal fans, ain't going to be as excited or pumping their chest in the same way as the first 3 games. But it'll be interesting, because I think if you turn over Fulham, then even me, I might have to just sit up and look and say, okay, maybe I need to reassess this Arsenal team and take a deeper look. Because I'm not going to lie, I haven't had a deeper look, but I'm going to. Oh, yes, my guy. I am absolutely on that. I'm setting up the channel tonight. Northside has been on my back, one of my biggest supporters pushing me. So I am definitely doing that. And I'm going to look to get the show started in about a week. So not next week, but the week after, I'll look to get a show and kick it off with my brother as well, Northside. So yes, thank you for getting on to me. I will. It's very hard in this space. A lot of people are doing stuff, but Northside is an inspiration, and it's a pleasure to kind of just share this platform. So my brother, thank you for asking me, and I will definitely get on it.
What did I tell you? These man, they want to see your channel, bro. They want to see your channel. You know what I'm saying? But listen, it is what it is. Hopefully, you get your channel out, and then, we can plug the channel every show. And whatever I can do to help your channel, even if we can do a weekly show also on your channel, whatever we can do, man, I'm always here to help. You know what I mean? You're a real one. And yeah, man. Yeah, listen. Right now, you survived another week. Every week on here, you're on the chopping block, yeah?
Bro.
Every time Tottenham deliver, the knife goes away from your neck, bro.
Bro, do you know how deep it is? When I'm watching Tottenham now, when it was 0-0 against Wolves, I was thinking, rah, like, I'm in deep shit if we don't get a result. And then when Tottenham scored, I was just watching the channel, watching it, praying we got over the line. And it was like, yes, I live to see another week, because I know I'm in deep crap.
The Chelsea one, the Chelsea one was the one, bro. Like, you got scored in the 90th minute. You had like 6 minutes extra time. You knew I was ready for you, bro. Swear down. I had the wooden spoon out, the slipper, everything, bro. The remote control.
It's crazy. Arsenal, man, nah, you will get a little space on the show. There's no way on my channel you're gonna be banned. Man's gonna see you in your living room on that show, like that. We're gonna see you in your living room so everybody can see who I'm talking about. Nah, real talk. Love for that. But yeah, currently I am on One Touch at the moment, One Touch, and I'm on Paxton Road. So I do the reaction show on Paxton Road after our home matches, and then I'm on One Touch TV. I'll be on One Touch tomorrow.
Still, Paxton Road.
Yeah, follow Paxton Road. We're doing some good things there. It's an interesting show. And then also One Touch tomorrow, where I've got this guy called Ladderless Prime. who something at Cartoon Network, who's a Chelsea fan. Be interesting to see what my man has to say for himself on the show tomorrow. And as for the Man United fans, I've already told them that they're banned from the show. Like I ain't dealing with Man U fans at the moment. They can't, because I've got Man U to lose 6-0 tomorrow.
Bro, I'm gonna love it. I'm gonna love it, man. I might even do a watch along for it. I'll see. You know what I'm saying? I just want to see it. I hate United, bro. I hate you lot more, but I hate United, bro. I swear down, these arrogant pricks, bro. These lot, yeah, when it was Fergie time, bro, they were so arrogant, bro. You couldn't chat to them. Now, take some humble pie, bro. I hope you lot get, bruv. I hope you lot get, bro. Just get packed out so bad, yeah. All of you lock off your channels, bro. Bruv, I want to see Saeed, because Saeed's like, I can't believe it, man. Fucking, it's Maguire. I can't take it anymore, man. It's done. It's done. Lock off the stream, man. Done. Fucking done. Fucking done, man.
It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. And for me, I see Liverpool turning them over, because let's be real, Liverpool were unlucky not to win against Crystal Palace. Dare I say they were unlucky not to win against Fulham. It's a matter of time. You know, they want their 3 points, and Man United are rock bottom, and you're going to play against a motivated Liverpool team. Motivated. Are you mad? Jota, Salah, and Diaz tomorrow. Against that defense, 6-0, bro, is my prediction. 6-0.
You got too much smoke for them. I said 6-0 is my prediction. Bro, this guy don't care, bro. People think I'm heartless, bro. You're heartless. Man's like 6-0, bro. That's me being light.
6-0, real quick. It's not going to be a tight game. Don't get it. Bro, they lost 4-0 to Brentford. Deep it. Come on. And at Old Trafford, the only team that you know is going to do bits at Old Trafford is Liverpool. They will love it to embarrass them in their own ground. It's a disaster waiting to happen. It's a disaster. This is Die Hard with Bruce Willis. You know, like that. These men are going to die hard on that pitch. That's just the truth. Yeah.
No suing in the car park? No suing in the car park?
Yeah. So it's over, bro. It's over.
It's over. Listen, on that bombshell, we're out. Love.